Nene and Gregg Leakes were an amazing couple who clearly loved each other very much, but then sadly Greg passed away in 2021 and everything started falling apart for Nene. In a recent YouTube video, she poured her heart out and shared the truth about how she's been coping with his passing, and you won't believe what she revealed and what this might mean for her future. In an episode of her Pillow Talk with Nene YouTube series, Nene opened up about a very emotional experience that she had. She recalled how recently when she visited the doctor's office, she was asked to provide an emergency contact and she had none. In her words, it was like a fresh reminder that Greg was no longer in her life and that the reminder was extremely heartbreaking. But Nene then said something really surprising. She admitted that she was willing to try a marriage without love and with only convenience and companionship. She literally said that she wouldn't mind the person not being right for her. She wouldn't care if they gave her full happiness. She just wanted a partner for life. And her statement made everyone really emotional because Nene was previously an advocate for love being necessary in a relationship. It was literally what her marriage to Greg was centered around, and it was basically what made her relationship so big among fans. They began seeing each other way back in the 90s. They initially met in 1996 at the club where Nene worked as an exotic dancer. But while Greg met her through the job, he wasn't really comfortable with the profession, and he persuaded her to leave the job. Nene shared that on the night they met, Greg gave her his number and told her that he was going to marry her someday. As for Nene, she at first wasn't really interested and thought that Greg was bluffing, but Greg kept his promise and the pair got married the following year. In a throwback footage from their wedding in 1997, Greg was seen saying the sweetest things to Nene. He claimed that he was the happiest man in the world to have Nene as his wife and he planned to make her happy forever. But in a shocking twist of events, Nene shared that their marriage back then wasn't as smooth as Greg made it seem on their wedding day. She spoke about how back then their age difference worried her, and there was also the fact that Greg already had children from his previous marriage. For her, this was a lot to take in because she was young, had never been married before, and also already had children of her own. However, the couple got over their marital problems and welcomed their son, Brennan Leakes. Everything was going well for the couple until Nene became a cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She quickly became a sensation due to her sassy attitude and fierce comebacks on the show, but the show also revealed the most shocking thing about Nene, which was that her marriage to Greg was far from perfect. Things were so chaotic that the entire third season of the show was dedicated to showcasing the downward spiral of her and Greg's marriage. A short 3 years after she got on the show, she filed for divorce from Greg due to irreconcilable differences, and the image of the picture-perfect couple everyone thought they were went up into flames. According to Greg, he invested $300,000 into Nene's career, but she kind of let fame get to her. Also, according to Nene, she was divorcing Greg to teach him a lesson. Things got extremely chaotic once their divorce was finalized. Nene was telling everyone that she was single and not looking for love, and people believed her. But shortly after she made that declaration, she and Greg reconnected again. And 2 years later, she revealed that they'd gotten engaged again. It was almost like they were destined to be together because less than 6 months later, they got married again in a very grand wedding ceremony. Sadly, they didn't get to enjoy their relationship for much longer because about 5 years later, Greg was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. He then passed away in 2021 after 3 years of fighting the disease. It was truly unfortunate, and Nene was the one most impacted by his passing since she was his partner and carer. Since then, she remained single, left The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and even went off social media for a while. This made everyone really worried about her. But surprisingly, just 3 months after Greg's passing in December 2021, she was spotted holding hands with Nyon while leaving a Miami Beach restaurant. Shortly after, a source told people that the two were actually dating, and their relationship wasn't exactly private. In fact, Nene took every opportunity to flaunt him on social media. In an Instagram post from January of last year, Nene shared photos of Nyon with a sweet message about appreciating him for loving her and caring for her deeply. On multiple occasions, Nene also admitted that Nyon was the one who got her to smile again after Greg's death. In June 2022, the pair walked together in matching outfits at the BET Awards red carpet, but this year a twist developed in their relationship. Nyon estranged wife, Malami Tekmasayo, called him out and accused Nene of breaking up their marriage. On top of that, she revealed that she was suing Nene for causing her emotional distress, humiliation, and loss of affection for Nyon. She allegedly sought about $100,000 in damages from Nene for the breakup of her marriage. The whole drama was the beginning of the end of Nene's relationship with Nyon. It caused Nene to take a break from the relationship with the the two ultimately breaking up. In the days leading up to their breakup, Nene penned a message on her Instagram story that read that narcissists did not have the ability to self-reflect and did not see anything wrong with their actions. They only saw faults in your reactions. The long message further read that narcissists believe every argument was caused by you because to them, there was no problem with their actions until you reacted to them. This got people talking because only a moment later in another Instagram story, Nene started talking about narcissists again. This time she called them the devil, and on that same day, the news of her breakup with Nyon went viral shortly after she uploaded a video about her emotional relationship update to her YouTube channel. In the video, she said something that kind of went against the idea of her wanting to be in a loveless marriage. She said that she would actually like to be loved in her marriage, and that deep down, this might have been the reason why she broke up with Nyon. Although most people sympathize with her, they also questioned Nene for moving on so quickly with Nyon only 3 months after Greg passed away. It was then that Nene admitted that she was still grieving Greg, but Nyon had helped her smile again. However, she also said that she wasn't too hurt by the breakup. She said that her relationship with Nyon taught her an important lesson, and that lesson was to keep her relationships absolutely private and away from social media. And it was kind of true that her relationship with him was very public, even more so than her marriage with Greg. The breakup that followed made her feel like it was best to keep things private. She also talked about how her relationship with Nyon made her understand what she wanted in a romantic partner. Her number one requirement was kind of interesting. It was that the man should make more money than her like Nyon did when they were dating. Some people thought that this might have been a dig at Greg, who was in a precarious financial situation for most of their marriage. However, Nene cleared the air and admitted that her relationship with Greg was the best. She stated that she might honestly never find that kind of love again, but she is still actively looking and hoping to meet a great guy whom she'd eventually marry. But what do you guys think about all this? Will Nene be able to find that kind of love she had with Greg again? Or will she end up in a marriage of convenience like she initially stated? Let me know in the comments below.